Hello and welcome. It is time to go to church. I will be leading you today in this church experience. I am Itsmerandomkid. Hello, Internet, and welcome to Atheist Church. That's right, you heard it here, Atheist Church. Now, before we start, I want to get a little warning off there. There will be some language, mild language, not really all that strong. So this is a warning for kids, probably 14 and younger, perhaps 13 and younger. Please watch something else. Something appropriate. Like almost anything else I've done except for Season 1 of Baldur's Gate. So, here we are at Atheist Church. I am going to lead us today. We start today at Atheist Church by greeting one another. So, hello, I'm Itsmerandomkid. You are? Well, that's good. If you would, please, type in the comments hello, or your favorite greeting. Any greeting. I don't care if it's... As long as it's endearing. I don't want rude greetings. Because, as you're going to learn today, atheism is not about being rude or right. It's just about being you. So we'll start today with a passage from myself. From the great book that I call life. It's not really a book, more of an experience. So from the great experience that we call life, I bring to you our first rule of atheism. The first rule of atheism is, dude, don't be an asshole. And that'll actually segue us into our second rule, which is, seriously, dude, rule number 1. Now, this might not come as a shocker to some people. Like, of course you shouldn't do that. But look at where we are right now. There are people in this world who are spreading fear through words and through our news outlets. They are telling us to fear certain peoples because of a smaller group of people. And so they, racists and sexists and homophobes and all those other categories, assholes. Now, you might be wondering, well, that's kind of an asshole thing to say. And there's 2 types of asshole in this world, and just for the sake of convenience, we're going to call them correct and incorrect. Correct assholes are people who are assholes because of an actual moral standing. So, let's say I am racist against murderers. I don't like murderers. Now, that makes me an asshole, because I don't like this person. I'm not loving them, I'm not giving them love, but it makes me a correct asshole, because there's a moral standing to it. Now, someone who hates, I don't know, Chinese people, that, in my opinion, is an incorrect asshole. Because where is your moral standing to hate those people? There's nothing in our moral code that says, hey, Chinese people, fuck off. Alright, so I guess this is kind of a bigger level of language than I thought it was going to be. Sorry. So, that's rules number 1 and 2, and those are pretty simple, you know. Now, rule number 3 is a harder rule to follow, and that's okay. Rule number 3, I would say, in my own opinion, in this denomination of the Atheist Church, is don't punish the small for the crimes, or don't punish the all for the crimes of the small. Made it rhyme. So, what I'm saying is, let's take a classroom, alright? So we have our classroom, let's say there's 26 kids, and so let's say 3 kids out of the 26 are being obnoxious, like really obnoxious. Now, most teachers, when dealing with these 3 really obnoxious kids, would be like, hey, knock it off, or else the whole class stays after the bell rings. You stay here, you sit, you be punished. Now, I don't like that, because let's say you got your one kid who's literally never said anything in the entire time they've been in this class throughout the entire year, unless they're answering a question, and they're answering it correctly. Now, if you're going to punish them because of some other people, then what's stopping them from being obnoxious? What's keeping them caring in the class if they're just going to get punished anyway? You really have to target the wrong in order to not diminish the willpower of the right. So, yeah, that's a thing that I believe. Now, here is rule number 4 of this denomination of the atheist church. Do not, under any circumstances, force your atheism upon others. Now, you might be saying, hey, that's a weird rule, seeing as how you're leading this here church of atheists. I'm only leading this church to educate and to make sure that someone knows that this point of view exists. Because a lot of people that I know personally, when I tell them I'm an atheist, they do one of two things. They either say, no, you're probably agnostic. Or they give me a look as if I just took their favorite baby cat and then sprayed it with Windex and proceeded to clean all the windows of my stained glass satanic altar. Which I hope, I don't know if that's a real thing. So a lot of people get that way. They don't seem to understand what being an atheist is all about. And I'd say being an atheist is all about your 4 main rules. Rule number 1, don't be an asshole. Rule number 2, seriously, rule number 1. Rule number 3, do not punish the small for the crimes of the all. That's what I don't remember how I worded it, but don't punish one for the crimes of the many. And rule number 4 is to not force your atheism. I cannot stress that enough. I am a nerd, and I am very proud to be a nerd, and that's one thing that I think you should do no matter who you are. Rule number 5. Now, these are the less important rules. Rule number 5 is to own you. You are a franchise. You represent You Incorporated. And like any good business, you want people to be interested in who you are. And how do you do that? Well, you sell yourself. All right? Now, I don't know how many commercials you watch, but if you've ever watched a commercial and someone was like, try our new product. It's absolute shit. It doesn't work. It's broken. It has emotional issues. It never gets the job done. It barely ever gets out of bed. The only life it knows is The Sims. That's not going to sell. That's just plain and simply not going to sell. On the other hand, if you watch a commercial, a good commercial, they'll say, this is who we are. This is what we have to offer. Here you go. Let's take Arby's, for example. One of the greatest Arby's ads of all time was an ad for their sliders, where they say, we may not have invented the slider, but we did invent Arby's. You may not have invented the perfect human being. You may not have invented the ideal employee, but you're still you, and hey, that's something. When you go to work and your boss asks, hey, can you do this for me? Instead of sitting there thinking, I don't know, I'm a procrastinator, I don't know how to do things very well, I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to say, heck yeah, I can do that, because I'm the best at what I do. I can do this 10 times in a row and never get tired. Let's say your boss tells you, hey, can you do a budget for me? Can you run these numbers through Excel? Be like, heck yeah, I can. I can do it like no one else here can. And then they'll probably look at you and be like, all right, whatever, just fucking do it. I don't care. But that's not the point. Their reaction doesn't matter. The fact that you sold yourself as the person who can do it is what matters. Let's say, I don't know, you're at home with your family. Or, even better yet, let's say you're at school, all right? Test day. Everyone around you is so nervous for this test. Am I going to pass? I don't think I studied enough. And even if you didn't study, even if in your heart of hearts you're like, dang it, I'm going to fail, I want you to look at all your students and be like, you know what? I'm going to nail this test. I'm going to rock it. You ever seen a perfect score? You're about to. Let's do it. And when you get that test back, even if you fail that test, and one of your students turns to you and says, what happened to rocking it? Just say, hey, I still rocked it. I did it. I did this test. You as a person got up the courage, the faith, and the willpower to do the thing everyone else was afraid of. Rule number 5. Fake a big ego. No, rule number 5 is never underestimate yourself. Alright? Rule number 6. Everyone has a right to their opinions. Now, this is where things get tricky. This is where people fuck up the most. Because they think, oh, you have your right to your opinion. So if that means that someone is saying black people are illiterate, that I have to be okay with that. No, you don't. Because there is scientific proven facts out there that disqualify them. You cannot have an opinion about a fact. Alright? So that's almost as if I were to go up to something. Like, let's say I'm holding a crayon, and it is a blue crayon, a Crayola blue crayon. And someone comes up to me and goes, that's green. You can then say no, because they're wrong. Though they can be entitled to their opinion, and that's all right, you are not entitled to being wrong. All right? You then, as a human being, have the right to say, no, this is blue. Not because I think it's blue, not because you don't think it's blue, but because, as it is scientifically standing, this crayon is blue. Now you might be saying, well, doesn't that disobey rule number 1? Don't be an asshole. Well, no, because again, there's 2 types of assholes. Correct and incorrect. You, in that case, are the correct asshole. That crayon is blue. Nothing on this earth can say otherwise, because that crayon is blue. That stop sign is red, the grass is green, the clouds are in the sky. True facts. Correct asshole. Someone who says the grass is made of chocolate, the clouds are made of feet, and stop signs mean go, are wrong. And if they argue with you, they become incorrect assholes. What you are entitled to your opinion means that on something that is not proven scientific fact, you are neither right nor wrong. Like, let's take religion, for example. We are about to define something called subjective truth. And if you ask me, subjective truth should be the bread and butter of atheism. And here's why. Though I don't believe in God, I'm not going to go out and tell people that God isn't real at all whatsoever. Because there's no proven facts. I might feel like it's a fact. But there's no scientific clear-cut evidence that proves me right. There's also no scientific clear-cut evidence that proves me wrong. So therefore, it is an opinion. I am entitled to that opinion. I am entitled to keep it to myself. Alright? Those people who go to Comic-Cons and tell everyone they're going to hell, that's their opinion. Because there's no proven scientific evidence that people, especially people at Comic-Cons, go to hell. So therefore, that is an opinion, and because they are forcing their opinion, they have become an incorrect asshole. Because they are neither wrong, but they are also not right. So therefore, opinion. Forcing your opinion on other people is wrong. Why? Because opinions, again, aren't right, aren't wrong. So therefore, presenting them as laws and as facts is not scientifically justified. Otherwise, I could just go around telling people that they're actually a cob of corn, and no one could stop me. There would be no logic, no reason, no rhymes that could ever stop me from doing that. And that is wrong, making me an incorrect asshole. Alright, so now we've gone through our 5, 6, some rules. We've gone through some rules, alright? here in the Church of Atheism. And now that we're done going through our rules for the day, now is the time when I address you, and we talk a bit. So, I'm going to ask you first how your day is going. I am going to engage you in an engaging conversation that you are interested in, but that has a legitimate weight on our conversation. Because if you answer me with, I'm doing fine, I'm going to question you. If you answer me with, I'm doing well, I'm going to assume that's correct and continue therefore. If you answer me, I'm not doing well, that changes the entire path of the conversation. Maybe I wanted to talk to you about Star Trek, but now that I know that you're not doing well, I'm going to talk about you. And we're going to figure this out, and I'm going to see if I can help. Alright? It all falls under don't be an asshole. So, now's the time when I ask you, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Not so well? Are you doing fine? Do you not know how you're doing? Please answer in the comments below, so that way I may reply to you and try and help you. Now, we're going to go on the I'm doing well topic. I'm happy you're doing well. That's very good to hear, honestly. Very good. Why are you doing well? What has made your day so spectacular that you have now, by your own consciousness, informed me that you're doing well? Please, in the comments below, if you have decided that you are doing well, please tell me that you're doing well, so that way I might say, wow, that is a really good reason to be doing well. Now we're going to go back to I am not well. I'm very sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do? Why aren't you feeling well? Please, if you have answered you're not feeling well in the comments below, please tell me why you're not feeling well. And since that's why you're not feeling well, do you believe that there is anything I can do to make you feel better? Because let me tell you, not feeling well and brewing in that feeling of not well is one of the most detrimental and hardest things to get out of. So we're going to go on a little mind journey here, alright? Now for you people that are doing well, and you're doing great, awesome. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I love you. This next part is for the people who are not doing well. And even if you answered, I'm doing well, you can play along. Here's what I want you to do. Close your eyes, please. I want you to breathe through your nose and out your mouth. Very slow, very concentrated. Alright, if you're doing that, good. I want you to take yourself to a river. Whether you're in the river, whether you're next to the river, above, below, or anywhere in the sphere around this river, that's where you are. Now, I want you to think of your favorite thing, material object, not food, material object. Your favorite one that you either possess, wish to possess, saw that someone else possessed, or something that you've imagined. Maybe, perhaps, you're this cool sci-fi computer. Maybe you're a HAL 9000. Maybe you're a rock, a stone. Maybe you're a sword. Maybe you're a microwave, an organ, a guitar. You are this thing. This thing makes you happy. I want you to feel that happy flowing through you. You are happy. Now pay attention to the river, the sound of the river, the feel of the river. I want you to look at the river and say, this is my life. And now whether that river is flowing through you, around you, in front of you, that is your life. I want you to feel as though you are witnessing the passing of your life. You feel it within you, you see it, you hear it, you smell your life as this river. Now there are fish in the river. Big fish, small fish, doesn't matter. There are fish in your life. These fish are nouns. They're people, they're places, they're things. The bigger the fish, the more impact that person, place, or thing has had in your life. I want you now to think about what that fish or those fish represent. Think hard. Maybe the big fish is your family. Maybe the small fish is that time that you went to the store and you bought something for yourself. Now I want you to look at these fish. I want you to think, whether or not this is true, I want you to think these fish are good. I am happy for these fish in my river. I'm happy for these people, these places, these things that are in my life, swimming with or against the current. They are here, and that is okay. I want you to think now where your river is. Is it in the woods, the desert? Is it next to an ocean? I want you to realize that your river is important to that entire ecosystem. Your river gives life to the fish. Your river impacts the people, the places, and the things in your life. I want you to realize now that it is good. You have witnessed your life from outside of your life. You are your favorite thing. You are watching your river, your fish, in real time, right now. And that is good, and that is okay. I want you to open your eyes, take a big breath in through your mouth, take a big breath out of your mouth. I want you to nod. This is my life. This is okay. All right, welcome back. I hope that helped. If you guys need any further help, please tell me in the comments. If you guys would like to see more of Atheist Church, please let me know in the comments. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you're an asshole. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jokes, humor, that keeps us alive. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, that's okay. It's your opinion. Hopefully, I will see you again. I am Itsmerandomkid. You are my friends. I'm here to help. By the power of carbon, we are united. By the power of boron, we look at each other. And by the powers of science, do we live, breathe, and live again. We're living twice. I don't know how to end this. It's sounding really weird. Rule number 8. Our final rule of the day. I don't even know if there are 8 rules. Rule number 8. Laugh. I want you to find the humor in the things that are not humorous that need to be. I want you to find the humor in the things that are humorous that are supposed to be humorous. I want you to laugh. Laughing, my friends, is what we as human beings have developed in order to socially tell each other it's okay. It's funny. It's okay. Jokes keep the world alive, happy, and laughing. So again, I'm Itsmerandomkid. You are my friends. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, well, please be kind. And until next time, this is Atheist Church. Go now. Don't be an asshole. And seriously, guys, just don't be assholes. Bye for reals.